Everyone, welcome back. Today's video is specifically about bikes and caravans and taking bikes away with you, and hopefully it's particularly relevant to anybody who's a bit vertically challenged like me or who tows with a really tall car. So enjoy. Everybody ready? Good. Then let's get going. Nearly forgot you guys. Hi everyone, a quick video today on the theme of bikes and caravans. Now we all know the best solution, stability wise, and being able to drive bikes to trails that aren't reachable from the campsite, especially if you've got very young ones, is to put the bikes on the car roof. But I'm incredibly short, so all 150 something centimetres of me would really struggle to lift bikes onto the roof of the car, even with the tall set of steps, and even if we owned a short car. And Dad on a mission isn't often with us, so I've got to be able to handle 3 bikes, mainly single-handed. And B, as you know, we tow shorter than normal caravan, and we towed shorter trailers before that, so bikes that high up will make quite a significant dent in our fuel economy. So back when we had a folding camper, we came across something called a Maxx Raxx, designed and built by a chap called Max, in his little engineering workshop in Sussex. Now Max, or Daniel, who is now taking over as the general manager, have no idea that I've put this overview together, and I'm certainly not being paid or given any incentive to do so. I just got exceptional service from them, and now that we've got a channel, I thought it would be nice to try and repay that kindness, because Max really went to some great lengths to ensure that we were safe and we had exactly the right product for us that worked with everything we were trying to achieve. So a big thanks to Max. So the Maxx Raxx is a modular system, which means you can choose how to install it on your tow ball, either as a plate permanently mounted behind a fixed tow ball, if you've got one of those, as a clamp that goes over your tow ball, or in our case, as a clamp that went onto the neck of the swan neck, thus meaning that you can tow and carry bikes at the same time. Brilliant! And I think the only swan neck carry and tow solution that's out there, actually. There are also some different vertical tubes, either straight, as we've got here, or 2 different depths, or kinks you might describe them as, to fit around rear door mounted spare wheels. So either a medium kink or a large kink, depending on the size of your spare wheel. And then a choice of horizontal top tubes, so the thing that actually holds the bikes, either 2 or 4 or even 5 bikes. Now, before anyone rushes off with their credit card, do remember that all the weight of the bikes is on the tow bar, so you absolutely must have the right weight allowance for both the nose weight of the caravan that you're towing and the weight of the rack and the bikes. So if you've got a saloon with a, 50, 60, 75 max nose weight, and that's your caravan's happy towing nose weight, then there's no way this solution is going to work for you. If though you've got some enormous discovery or pickup or something like that with a massive weight allowance, then this might work really, really well for you. We opted for the swan neck adapter, and it looks like this. And the thing which really impressed me here was that the company don't just send it to you, but before they take payment, they actually make absolutely sure it fits. They go through photos of your swan neck and measurements, and you send in various measurements to them of the exact swan neck. And then they check that you're aware of turning circles and all the rest of it to make sure you've actually got space to do what you're thinking of doing. So they go through all of that with you, and then once they've assured themselves that it fits and it's safe and they're happy to give you their guarantee, then the date's set for one of their network of fitters to come out to you and to set the correct angles and the torque settings and so on the clamp itself. But then, joy of joys, you can have a removable swan neck, so that Mr. I don't want that hitch showing 24/7, ruining the look of my rear bumper, is happy, and you can carry bikes while you're towing. So here we are with the kids' bikes up on the Maxx Raxx, having just towed the folding camper down to the Sethorns camping in the forest site in the New Forest. When you're towing, you add a height extension piece so that the bikes sit above the jockey wheel, and then you add a couple of webbing straps to dampen the inevitable wobble, which is bound to happen with that much weight high up. These straps are designed to go at the top of the tailgate, so between the tailgate and the body of the car, being shut inside, but I prefer to keep them away from our roof because we've got a spoiler on the back window here, and so I secured ours onto our 2-lay roof bars. Obviously though, you had to be really careful with the nose weight. Our folding camper was happy at just over 50 kilograms on the nose. And then as this is the manual Volvo, this means we're rated for 75 kilograms rather than the 100 kilograms that the auto's rated for. That leaves us with 25 kilograms for the bikes and the rack when the trailer was on the back. So from a user's perspective, I really like how solid the rack feels and how it's modular and adaptable. And there were padlocks supplied for every single joint. Some of the padlocks didn't look very beefy, so probably wouldn't stand up to a sustained attack by a suitably equipped undetermined bike thief. But hopefully that would be just enough. It would be just enough to put off any chances, and we don't tend to leave our bikes unattended anyway. Another good thing is that the whole rack pivots forward, so you can still get to your boot, and then the cradle and the ratchet system that secures the bikes in place is also really solid. For step-through or fully sprung frames, you have to use an adapter, as everything hangs from their top tubes, but you can pick these up at the same time as you get the rack itself. On the downside, I found that getting 4 totally different bikes configured to fit together was a huge pain, actually, and more of a pain than I think it would have been for those tow ball racks where the wheels are held secure. And we were forever taking friends' or cousins' bikes places, and of course they were all quite small bikes at that time, so it was quite difficult to get them all seated comfortably, and making sure that you had the various pedals and handlebars and things not knocking on each other. It just added a bit to the faff. Of course, once I'd solved it, I took lots of photos, so I knew how to get everything in the correct place next time. And then the other downside for me was you have to use a separate number plate and light board, so that also means strapping that on and taking it off every time. But as I said, this is the only solution for towing and carrying bikes that I could find that fitted removable swan necks. Unfortunately, when we changed from the folding camper to eventually the caravan, we no longer had the nose weight capacity though to carry on using the Maxx Raxx. So we switched to using an A-frame rack on the caravan and an Altea Strata DL hitch mounted rack on the car. I'll do a review of those at some point in the future. So there we go. As I said, we've not been asked to promote this product, and we certainly won't be benefiting from talking about it. I was just really impressed by the thought and the engineering which had gone into this great UK designed and built innovation. And you know how I adore innovative products. Anyway, I was also really impressed at how Maxx did business, so really caring about the correct solution for the customer. I wanted to check a couple of details with the Maxx Raxx teams whilst I was putting this video together, and also check they were happy for me to use some of their images. So I did make contact with them, and I had a lovely chat with Max's son Daniel, who's now gradually taking on the business, so hopefully Maxx can enjoy some retirement time. So I'll simply close by saying that if you want to tow and carry bikes at the same time, this is a great solution. And also to wish the Maxx Raxx team all the very best with their great bit of innovative engineering. And thanks to you for watching. Bye for now.